first of all, as a legendary Redskins quarterback, what do you make of Dwayne Haskins' performance yesterday against the Giants?
Well, it wasn't, I guess you could say, unexpected because he's a young man that has very little experience. And the professional level of speed is quite different than that at the college level. I mean, he played 13 college games. He worked through training camp, actually had a lot of work in training camp because Colt McCoy couldn't go. And so you wind up thinking that it's somewhat that speed. And all of a sudden you get out on the field and it changes dramatically. And I think, Dwayne hasn't seen that kind of speed. He hasn't been able to has been asked to make those kind of decisions in that short a period of time. He's young, he's green, he's inexperienced. That's why I would have preferred him to sit. I think we'll probably see more of him as the year goes on. Certainly, people say he didn't get any first team reps. Doesn't really matter. I mean, you had to call timeout twice. The pressure was different than it would be in practice. He's been around the playbook for 7, 8 months now. So, in that regard, he should be ready. But it's just a whole different world. We saw Daniel Jones struggle. They won the game, so nobody talks about it. He struggled a little bit in Tampa Bay. They won the game. Nobody talks about it. And Dwayne, it's going to have to learn from his mistakes.
He threw 3 interceptions. Anything you saw yesterday, Joe, that makes you think that this kid can't play quarterback at a very high level in the NFL?
No, there's nothing I saw that says he cannot do it. It's just going to take time. And Michael, you and I have talked about this. It's a process. And he's in the early stages of the process. And that's the thing you have to understand is that it is a process. It is going to take some time. The more reps he gets, the better off he'll be. And with the direction of this football team, he's probably going to wind up playing a fair amount. You'd hope Case Keenum can play better. You cannot start him against the New England Patriots. You can't start Dwayne Haskins against the New England Patriots. I mean, it can't happen. It wouldn't be good for him. It wouldn't be good for the franchise. It wouldn't be good for football, for crying out loud. And so, to me, we'll have to see how things go going forward.
Will that be good for him yesterday to see how fast a regular season game is in the NFL?
I don't know if you'd call that experience a good experience. I had my own personal ones like that, and I never quite viewed it as good. I would say it's a learning process. Again, it's part of the process that we all go through. And Michael, this is what I do. I go all the way back to Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's rookie season, he threw 29 interceptions. And you just have to be committed to somebody and just take time and realize that it takes time to be able to play this position.
If you have Redskins fans who are out there panicking, is that your message to them that we have seen Hall of Famers, legends, go through some of the worst struggles in their first season starting? Is that the message to those people who are panicking right now?
Yeah, I think they were panicked from the beginning. I mean, there was concern about this football team. You looked at the first 5 games. Some people had us at 0-5, 0-6. I mean, you figured going to New York, they're a good football team, but we think we're a good football team. What bothers me more than anything was the undisciplined nature, getting away from Dwayne for a second, the penalties that we got, the offsides, the continuing holding by the offensive line. Those are my concerns besides Dwayne. So if you're a Redskin fan, it isn't just the quarterback position, Case missing people open, Dwayne having to go in and play and not really looking like he'd be able to handle it at this moment. But it's those other things that really have got me concerned. I think we're a very undisciplined football team, and that is scary.